Hey guys, subscribe for daily content, and if you're shopping for gear, make sure you check out the description for the newest items at some of the very best online retailers. There's also links for some of the items that I personally recommend. Thanks!
What's going on YouTube? Metal Complex here, and today I've got another short little unboxing video to share with you guys. Something new from Kunwu, something that I was not expecting and Sergio didn't tell me about at all. I think this was meant to be a complete and total surprise. I know the name of it though. It's not a new Excalibur, but I do know the name of it, and we're gonna open it up and see what it is. I'm gonna link it down in the description. It does help my channel when you use those links, but that's entirely up to you. Thanks to my patrons for supporting me. Thanks to Kunwu for sending this in. Make sure your notifications are turned on for the Metal Complex YouTube channel. Let's see here. Can I break that without... I don't want to cut too far into the packaging, right? Some of this stuff ends up staying with me, but the majority of it ends up going to viewers. And I know you guys like to hang on to the boxes. So what we have here is the Diablo K717T3. That doesn't mean any. I don't know why I read that to you. Let's see here. A little. I never show those, but there you go. If you want to, they're going to be down in the description. Oh, look at that beautiful diamond texturing there. Love that. Same texturing that is on my Excalibur. Very nice. And then we have the Kunwu. Well, one of Kunwu's clips here. Oh yeah, Warncliffe. Okay, so. Nice, straight, standard, sort of like, classic knife handle here, and then a big, fat sheep's foot blade. So this is in Vanax as well. We have the contour. This will most likely come in. This is pure, like, actual DLC as well. So, can we lay this down? Oh, you can. Okay. So, why does that matter? If you're going to do some, like if you're camping, and this would be actually, I think, be pretty good for camping. I mean, this would be a really expensive camp knife, but hear me out. We have DLC Vanax, scratch resistant, hyper corrosion resistance, right? Yes, camping can get a little dirty and bearings are not necessarily ideal. However, there's not much that can really harm the blade, especially if you're going to use this as your EDC, obviously not your dedicated batoning knife or your whatever. There's a bunch of different blades. If you're, camping all the time, you use different blades for different things. But if you're going to do, you want to have a general EDC and you're also going to do some food prep. A lot of times what we want is for all of the edge to be able to contact if you were to lay it straight down. So like right here, you can see if we're to lay down initially, the first part of the edge actually contacts the surface so that you can do your chopping or whatever, right? Not that it is the most ideal folding kitchen style tactical EDC knife, no. But if you want one knife that's able to do, both the EDC thing and do a little bit of food prep on the fly, then a knife like this I think is going to be pretty great, especially the contoured and textured titanium, and the fact that you're utilizing DLC Vanax means it doesn't really matter what type of food gunk you get on it, you're going to be fine. There might be a couple of steel components, probably hardly anything. I mean, all of the hardware, if it is steel, it's going to be ridiculously stainless. But the pocket clip is tie, the backspacer's tie. Is there anything in here? Maybe a screw. I think it likes that screw a little bit, and like the pivot, and maybe the steel lock bar insert. But outside of and all that stuff is going to be extremely stain resistant. So yeah, this is the type of knife that you can get super dirty. Now, obviously, there are far less expensive alternatives for camp EDC kitchen style knives, but it is nice that you can get something premium where that edge contacts there if you want. We're actually going to use this knife just because it's right here in front of me. The other one, I'm going to guess this one's all black. Or it's all satin. We'll see. It's... What is it? I have to wait till we get it out. Ah, okay. So same thing. But instead of the DLC blade, we have just a satin Vanax blade. Now, this will cost you a decent amount less. I want to say Kunwu charges between $20 and $30 for their DLC. Maybe it's a little less. Maybe it's like $15. But as far as general EDC goes, this will also work perfectly for that. And I need to emphasize the ergonomic lines of this on this knife are beautiful. In fact, if you are a fan of my knife, but you would prefer, like a sheep's foot blade, which is generally going to, I think, be better for EDC. This is very similar. I mean, truth be told, it's similar to a lot of Kunwu. Part of the reason that I gravitated towards Kunwu is because a lot of their knives had ergonomic lines and they had deployment this or that, and it just kind of like synced up with what my preferences were already, right? But yeah, this does have those same sort of, kind of the same areas, the same choke up spots, the same primary grip areas. There's not a secondary. This just sort of slopes off and becomes straight. But I like that because there's no lock in. There's no squished area on this back end here. We have a little glass breaker on the back. I think so. Yeah, get a little. I like it. Like if you're going to do a glass breaker, I like it when we do these a little bit more low profile so they don't look like little nubs, right? Like I don't want a little nut coming out of the back of the nut. Like something like this is just a little more classy, I think. So that's cool. It might be that they do both a left and right-handed version of this knife. I will probably keep one and then I will give one away, probably. But I would venture to guess that there are probably like Kunwu generally does. It's probably 3 finishes: satin DLC, machine satin, and like an acidy stonewash. And then you'll probably have options for the blasted titanium, the stonewash titanium, and then like a PVD coated titanium. That would be my guess as far as what you would have for options there. So this is pretty cool. I think that this is going to appeal to plenty of people, and it is super premium, just like all Kunwu knives. The detent is awesome. Trying to do the reverse flick there, left-handed, no problem. Your ability to front flip it is also great. And Kunwu is smart enough to know that the jimping does not have to end where its functionality is as a front flipper, right? I mean, like the jimping, its usefulness as a catalyst for front flipping the knife, it can go beyond that, and they have done that, which is great. That means that you, in the open position, can use it to complement your index finger position. I like that a lot. So, Kunwu Diablo, pretty cool. Let's go ahead and measure it here real quick. Overall length of this guy coming in at, so I'm going to call it 8 1/8. But if you want to go all the way to the back of what I assume is a glass breaker, it's 8.35. Your blade length is maybe a hair over 3.5, and your cutting edge is about 3.3. Weight, DLC is not going to make a difference in weight here. The weight on the Diablo is coming in at 5.4 ounces, which is about what I expected. Alrighty, you expect a full-length review on this guy. For now, that is it. Links for these guys down in the description. Please make sure to follow me on Instagram. Gosh bless it. Follow me on Instagram at metal_complex. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like. If you'd like to check out my other content, I do, of course, have lots of videos of knives that are either expensive or inexpensive that I do or don't like, so check those out. And if you enjoy all my content, go ahead and click on that Metal Complex logo right there and subscribe, because there's definitely more coming. Thanks again for watching, everybody, and have a great day.